So I'm given an array called nums. So it has only elements 0, 1 and 2. I need to basically sort this. Okay, so I have got 2 followed by 0 followed by 2 followed by 1 and then comes 0. Okay, so what I will do, I will have I, j and k as three iterators. So I keeps an account of zeros, j keeps an account of 1 and k keeps an account of 2's. Okay, so initially my I is here and my j is here, however my k is here. At every point I will check for nums of j. Okay, so this is my nums. So right now my nums of j is equal to 2. That means I need to put it at the last position. So swap I simply swap my nums of j with nums of k. Okay, and then post that I'll have uh, so I will have 2 over here and 0 over here. Since I have received 2 at the end, I will do k minus minus. So my k moves from this position to this position. So now again I check for my nums. So my nums of j is equal to 0. In this I swap my nums of j with I and I do I plus plus and j plus plus. Okay, so this guy gets swapped with itself. Okay, and then I do I plus plus and j plus plus. So my I comes here and my j comes here. So again over here I see my nums of j is equal to 0. So in that case I swap my nums of I and nums of j and I do I plus plus and j plus plus. So these two over here come to this position. This is I and this is j. So now again my nums of j is equal to 2. In that case I swap my j and k. So this 2 gets swapped with this. Okay, so my 2 moves and 1 comes ahead. So this is 1 and 2. And since k receives a 2, I'll do k minus minus. So k moves from this position to this position. Okay, now my nums of j is equal to 1. In that case I don't do anything and I simply do j plus plus. Okay, so my j which was at this moves to this position. Okay, now I again check. So my nums of j is equal to 1. In this case I do j plus plus. So my j comes over here. Okay, now I need to exit. So what my while condition would be, while my j is less than equal to k, I'll run the while loop. Okay, so if I encounter a 0, in that case I'll swap ij and do I plus plus and j minus minus. Else if I encounter a 2, in that case I'll swap element at nums of j and nums of k and I do k minus minus. In the else case, that is I get a 1, in that case I simply do j plus plus. So over here my first step would be to check if my nums is empty. Okay, in that case I would simply return post that I create I which is set to 0. Okay, this I points to the position where the next 0 should be placed, and I create something similar, that is j. So this is j is the current element that is being examined, and then comes k. So k is points to the position where the next 2 should be placed. So I run my while loop while j less than equal to k. Okay, if my nums of j is equal to 1, in that case I do j plus equal to 1. else if my nums of j is equal to 2. In that case, I would swap my nums. So this is nums dot swap j comma k. Okay, so this is I swap the current element with the element at index k. Now if my k is equal to 0, in that case I would simply break, otherwise I'll do k minus equal to 1. Okay, and my else case would be the current element is 0. In that I would swap nums of j with nums of I. So this is nums dot swap I comma j. Post that I do I plus equal to 1 and j plus equal to 1. Let me run this. Okay, over here I should have brackets.